Good evening to all of you. Welcome to After Hours with William Munil India. So we'll wait for a few more seconds. I think some people are still joining. So Manju is asking. So generally we don't take queries here, but yes, generally third stage is the highest stage if all the things are good. Otherwise, first or second. Okay, so let's begin today's session. So again, good evening and welcome to After Hours with William Munil India, 6 September today. So market opened a bit better, and I think it made a high above 17,750 level. And after making that high of 17,764, so it started its downward journey, and in 1 to 1.5 hour it breached the 17,600 level as well. So there was a sharp fall, you can consider, but again it found a good support near that 10 EMA 21 DMA लेवल जो कि 17600 के अराउंड है अभी. सो वहां पे सपोर्ट लेके निफ्टी अगेन स्टार्टेड इट्स जर्नी हायर एंड 17700 को वापस क्रॉस किया. एंड आई थिंक इन द सेकेंड हाफ, mostly in the last couple of hours, it was a bit volatile session, but again the close was almost flat. So पूरा दिन ऊपर नीचे थोड़ा बहुत किया, but almost a flat closing. Now what's good about today's session is, firstly it found a good support near the appropriate level, जो कि एक support moving average है, वहां पे Nifty took a good support. So let's say 17600 is a very important level for the first, right? And it took support near that level only, that is 17587. So that is something positive in this today's session. Second thing, there was no notable weakness in the broader market. So if you look at the cash market, the broader market stocks that were doing very well, they were making higher highs. A lot of stocks were, reclaiming 50 DMA, 200 DMA, forming the right side of the basis. So if you look at the broader market, there is no worries in the market. Even the other, if you look at Nifty also, there is no major worries. I think it has not breached a certain level. And if you look Nifty's full chart over here, see, it is still in that consolidation phase. It is neither breakout nor given a breakdown. So generally, if I was expecting that if this high was taken today, right, that is somewhere around 777 level, that then I think Nifty might have gained a momentum on the higher side more. But I think that level was not reclaimed. So again, it remains in that consolidation zone. No major breaching of moving averages. So overall setup remains good. One negative thing you can consider is that today it didn't close near the in the top quartile or the near the day's high. Ideally, after a very good opening, I think the Nifty stocks were not able to hold the decent gains. But if you look at the broader market, Nifty mid cap, small cap में देखोगे, even F&O stocks, if you look the broader stocks in the F&O market, apart from the Nifty 50 stocks, they were coming into the momentum. So the overall momentum remains intact, though there are problems in the other parts of the world. But yes, again, India is outperforming, and that's really good. And yes, the distribution day count still remains 1, which is good. So some of you might be new over here. So distribution day count is when Nifty is down 0.2% on a down 0.2% on a volume higher than previous session. So ऐसा अभी सिर्फ one distribution day accumulate हुआ है, and this shows the top formation sign. So till last week there were 2 distribution day, but I think last week 1 distribution day expired, and so the count is now only 1. So after the distribution day comes after every 25 sessions, or every 25 दिन के बाद distribution day expires. And so the current count is only 1. So I think till 2, 3 we are comfortable if Nifty is holding the key moving averages. See, in this situation, अभी दो चीज हो रही है. एक तो distribution day count is low. Now, as you are aware about the distribution, so that is the first positive in the market. Secondly, Nifty is able to hold its key moving averages, key levels, जैसे कि 17,600 के अराउंड आज होल्ड किया लेवल, 2110, 21 EMA, 10 EMA के अराउंड होल्ड कर रहा है. The other thing is the 50 DMA is moving higher. So I think it maybe in the next week there might be a crossover of 200 DMA. So this black line is the 200 DMA and this red one is the 50 DMA. So there is a possible that 50 DMA might cross over the 200 DMA. So that is something positive as far as the technicals are concerned. Okay. So today, if you look at the gainers and losers, so Apollo Hospital, Bharti Airtel, in fact, the setup of Bharti Airtel is very good. And yes, again, so there was a disclaimer on slide 1, but I want to repeat it that we are not giving a recommendation to buy or sell index stock or whatever we discuss over here. NTPC, multi-year breakout. So this one is also doing well. So I think almost 2.5% up. So cement stocks are in momentum. Shri Cement, ACC, Ambuja, SBI Life was also decent because the RBI released one report कि जो consumption है that is increasing and the spendings through UPI as well as the credit card is increasing. Sorry, that was about the SBI card. So that was also well. But yes, SBI Life front also, that also performed really well. So now if you look on the loser side, the Tata Consumer was the top loser, Bajaj Finance, Britannia, M&M, as well as the Bajaj Finance. So these were among the top losers, but no major decline. Tata Consumer or Bajaj Finance में 2% का losses था, otherwise 1 to 1.5%. Almost I think 2021 Nifty stocks closed in the positive territory and rest were in the lower side. Now if you look at the sectorial front, so Nifty Metal was the one holding the market today, almost 1.3% gain in Nifty Metal. Pharma and PSU were supporting the metal index to hold the Nifty, and Realty was in the green. Otherwise, the decline was coming from the private sector bank, and that's why Nifty Bank was down almost 0.35%. Autos were relatively flat. Financial service, FMCG, yes, the Britannia and all those guys were down, so that will impact. IT continues to be down, as well as there was some 0.5% fall in media. So no major swing except one good strength coming in the metal index. Now, if you look at key news, so Kaltaru Power backed the around 1345 crore of order, and I think this news came just before the market, which 9-9:15 के बीच आया था, if I'm not wrong. And even the opening for Kaltaru Power was gap up, and it sustained the gain, most of the gains. Then Blue Star won the order of around 390 crore for Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation. So Metro brand again doing something innovative. They will be distributing the discount vouchers to their shareholder, and if you are holder of Metro brands share, then you will get a 15% discount on their product. Then other news, Canara Bank hikes lending rate by 5 to 10 bips across tenure. Pfizer announces a special dividend of rupees 30 per share. And yes, a good part again for our economy. Moody affirms India's rating of Baa3 and outlook as stable. The credit portfolio of India reflects key strength, and the rating agency sees a gradual narrowing in the government fiscal deficit over the next few years. So I think this is what the finance minister told in the budget also, that gradually we will narrow the fiscal deficit over the years. And I think इस बार तो crude थोड़ा बीच में बढ़ गया था, but अगर crude remains under 100 or maybe 80 to 90 की रेंज में अगर crude stable हो जाता है on the downside, then it will be very good for the Indian economy, क्योंकि बाकी सारे indicators अभी बहुत strong है. If you look at the consumption, the air travel, GST collection, everything is well. इन्फ्लेशन भी ग्लोबली देखेंगे तो बहुत खराब हालत है, बट इंडिया इज नॉट दैट affected by the inflation. I'm not telling inflation is not there. There is inflation. You might have seen some price hikes around you, but the overall inflation scenario compared to the world is better in India. So if the crude comes under control, that is the big problem always for India कि हाँ fuel prices, crude, वहां से इन्फ्लेशन ज्यादा आता है. So अपना जो मेजर इन्फ्लेशन होता है वो इम्पोर्टेड होता है. एंड डोमेस्टिक इन्फ्लेशन के रीजंस बहुत रेयर होते हैं इंडिया में. So if the crude comes under control, that it will be a, the imported inflation will be lower, and that will be again very good for the Indian economy. And I think that's when this statement, will be more strong. That will reduce the fiscal deficit of the government over the years. Now, last part, the chart of the day, if you can see today. So Praj industry, so a very good story. I think most of you might be knowing about this around the ethanol blending. The story is very good. The engineering business is doing really well. And if you see the fundamentals, very good. I think last few quarters, look at the revenue growth. Out of you, if you see last 8 quarters, then 3-4 बार तो ऐसा हुआ कि 100-200% revenue growth हुआ है. EPS growth is very very strong, right? And the number of fund holdings were 80 in September 21, and now it has increased to 111. And others also, if you look, the master score is of 77, the EPS rating of 93. हाँ, यहाँ पे जो 99 में से 93 का rating है, which is very good. If you look at the outlook, जो estimates है 2023 or 24 FY के, that is also very good. Earning estimates more than 25%. So this is what we always like in CanSlim. And if you can see, the price strength thoda weaker hai. Like we want 75-80 ka price strength, but what we like over here is the RS line moving higher. जो last couple of weeks पहले यहाँ पे था, वो अभी ऊपर जा रहा है RS line अगर देखें. So not a major issue. What you should look for is a breakout. So it is currently 5% to pivot. So अगर ये यहाँ पे वॉल्यूम पे ब्रेकआउट होता है, so volume is important, guys. So V factor is very important. That is volume. If it breaks out on volume, then 0 to 5% from the breakout will be the ideal buy zone. So 448 is the level that one should look for. Other good thing that I like about this chart is the gain volume. जैसे कि यहाँ पे 2 दिन अगर 3 दिन देखो, ये ऊपर गया था, ठीक है, प्राज का स्टॉक. तो लुक एट वॉल्यूम, वेरी हाई वॉल्यूम ऑन ऑल 3 सेशंस. फिर क्या हुआ, 2 दिन थोड़ा नीचे गया. So let me clear this first. So yeah, these 2 sessions. So I think Friday and Monday इसमें थोड़ा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग या करेक्शन आया, और वॉल्यूम देखिए, जो पहले के 3 दिन थे उससे ऑलमोस्ट आधा वॉल्यूम है. And even below average, yesterday was even below average when there was a sharp fall, and today again when it moved higher, look at the volume is again high, और उसका क्लोजिंग देखिए डेज हाई पे है. So यहाँ पे भी अपर हाफ में, here also in the near days high, यहाँ पे भी अपर हाफ. So these are the things that you should look in the chart, and these things looks very good as far as the Praj Industries is concerned. But aggressive entry not suggested. Wait for the stock to break out above its pivot on a higher volume. So that's it for today's after hour session. See you tomorrow at 8:45 in pre-bell with William on in India. Thank you for joining the session.